y'all. Ooh. So I finally got me a big set of wrenches. Now I didn't get no real expensive ones. These right here were like $110 for this set right here. So yeah, they're like 1 3/8 all the way up to 2 inches. So that'll be a real big help on a lot of this stuff that I get into with skid steer and everything, man, because everything's so big on all this stuff. So yeah, this is a damn good thing to have. See, that's what I spend my Christmas money on. Y'all, long time no see, man. So today it's Friday. I don't know what's the 5th, I think. And yeah, I just got back from out of town. We went to the in-laws down in Florida. I got a little bit of video down there, but well, it's a 5-hour drive, and you know, I don't know. We went down to visit for Christmas. You know, on our day where we spend with the in-law family. So while I was down there, it was brought to my attention that my in-laws, and they have property that the in-laws they have some work they need to get done. Now, whether I can do it, I know I can do it, but you know, it's a 5-hour journey, right? So I don't know if it's something that I can do. They say they have people come out and look at the work. You know, they want somebody to. I'll show y'all the video that I did before I left. They got a lot of growth and stuff, and they're getting a little bit too old to take care of everything, and yeah, so they've had a couple of people come out and look at the scope of work, but nobody ever came back, you know. So I don't know why that is, because they got money and everything. I mean, they're not, you know, asking nobody to do nothing for free, and they'll pay. And since it's right up my alley, and they know that, they're like, you know, what would you charge to come and do it, Ray? And I'm like, I don't really know, man. It would cost me a pretty good bit, though. But they are my in-laws too, so I've been thinking about it for the last few days, and the only way I think, and I don't know, the only way I think it would make sense is to rent a machine from down there and bring my attachments, and then me do it that way. As far as me hauling Chucky all the way down there, there's too much stuff that can happen on the road, man. It's a long drive. The last 2 times I went down there, I got a speeding ticket. Well, I got pulled over. The first time last year I got pulled over, I didn't get a ticket. I got pulled over the other day coming back from Florida, and I got a ticket. So, you know, and I'm just driving the car, you know. So that's like, well, I don't know, man. If you know, if I was pulling this, it would be a lot more with a lot more to look at, and a lot more stuff that can go wrong if you get pulled over, you know. And I don't, you know. So my thinking is, what I would do is I would just load this trailer up with my attachments, right, and then rent a machine from down there. The machines down there are about $600 a day. I did a quick Google search down there, and the machines that they have for rental there are the T66, Bobcat T66. So that T66 is enough to push my attachments. I don't know if it has a high fall. I didn't call them or nothing. I just looked at their rates on their website. But have y'all ever done anything like that? I mean, it's going to be hard for me to make money I mean, it could actually, you know, end up costing me. You got probably $150, literally $150 to $200 just in fuel to get down there and back. So that's a pretty big deal. But but you know, I don't want to see them get beat either by, you know, one of those local guys that, well, they ain't returning their call. They come out there and look, and they're, you know, and they're you know, older. They're in their 70s. And I'm, you know, ideally it'd be good to go down there, visit, and then do the work at the same time, you know. I mean, I don't know, but it wouldn't be that difficult of a job, really, for my machine, unless something happens. But I wouldn't tote the machine down there, man. That's just way too far, man. There's a lot of shit, man. A flat tire. I mean, there's all kind of shit that can happen, man. Get pulled over by a stupid DOT person, and they be wanting to damn make sure you got extra flashers and shit, you know. Yeah. Anyway, I just throw that out there. So this morning, I'm going over to the bamboo side. I got to stop by the hydraulic line place and get them to fix that line that I'm just gonna get them to cut it off and put me a new end on it for the old brush cutter. And yeah, and then, you know, I'm going over there. We're gonna start on a whole new area, and I'll get footage of that today. All right, y'all. So I got the hydraulic line fixed. Like I said, I just had them cut the end off and put another end on, because that line is probably gonna be pretty expensive, and the fitting on the end. Yeah, so yeah, it was $75, man, to cut it off, and that's a 3/4 inch line, and put all the whole new fitting on the end of it. So usually I pay about $80 for a whole line with the ends and all on the 3/8 lines. This being a 3/4, it costs a lot more. I've never had to replace a 3/4 inch line, you know, not on any of my machines. And I still hadn't, because this right here, I didn't replace it. I just cut it off. I just cut the last 4 inches off or so. So yeah, it's all a part of it, man. This is what you got to do to keep going, you know. I mean, I ain't trying to work real hard or nothing. It's Friday, and we're just trying to just steady moving without tearing anything up. Like right now, it's $150, man. You know, I'm out, and I ain't even got to the job yet. And that's what I'm saying. You got to be able to freaking manage things in a way to where you're never broke. You know, you can't spend your money crazy when you're doing what I do, even though you might make good money. When you go down, it costs good money too to keep rolling. In time, like it's taking me an hour and a half to do all this stuff. So, you know. So today, I'll probably be over here for, I don't know, 3 or 4 hours, 4 hours, and that'll cover, you know, everything that expenses, the fuel, and everything it took to get me here. But that's about all it'll cover. It's not going to cover, you know, much more than that. So we're going to try to move the. I'm going to try to move the dumpster. I don't know if I can, man. Okay, but I got to put the hose back on the brush cutter. But y'all see the area right in front of me with all the bamboo. I'm gonna be working on that today and tomorrow. Like I was saying in the truck, I'm not sure the best way to do it. I might come out better snatching some of it out, you know. And there's a old structure in there too, so there's a little bit you got to watch out for. But yeah, so. But the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get this brush cutter back up and going. I got the hose right here with the new end on it. I just had them cut the hose, took about 4 or 5 inches off of it, and yeah, that's kind of what I did. So first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go on and put this in there, because when I took the hose out, this extension here came out. So yeah, and this is going to be one of the things that I put one of those new block things on, you know, to hold the hydraulic lines, and that too. I just got back from out of town, and I need to make money, man. So let me get back to making money instead of spending money. Yeah, so I'm gonna put you on time lapse and get this back on there. All right, y'all. So the dumpster's over there. I think I can move it. It seems to be trying to move. I don't know. I really haven't. I just nudged it over a little bit to get it kind of lined up. What we want to do is we want to bring that dumpster around in here and then right up in here somewhere. It's pretty good ways to move it, but we're just going to have to see. I don't know whether to push it or pull it. So I'm going to set you guys up right here on the tripod, and it'll be a little further away than what is great, but I'll try to zoom in on the post. It's good out here, man. It's a nice day, man. Really nice day to be out here living on the land, y'all. I said we living on the damn land. The land, y'all know. And y'all know, man, we living on the land out here, man. That's how we doing it out here. So I got all this right here pretty much to go. We're gonna haul this off and that off. And now what's next, after I move the dumpster, is we're gonna get in here. We're gonna get all this bamboo down. So feast your eyes, and I'll get some better footage. Some of this bamboo is really big. So, and we need to push it over that way so it don't hit this line right here. Yeah, so there's a lot of trash in there. I'm gonna pick all that up with the grapple. And yeah, it ain't nothing but some work, man. But there's a lot of mounds in here too, I'm seeing. And we're gonna try to make this look like this over here. Y'all see? With grass all in here. This is a power line roadway right here. But I'd like for that area to look like this area. You know. And there are some stuff still sticking up, but don't worry about that. That's just stuff that's cut, dead. You know, out here but we're gonna throw grass seed all over all this, so you guys can see how much better my machine here pushed that than the T190. It pushed it really pretty easy, and it's not full, but yeah. So yeah, so I'm up in here. So now we're looking for where the power. If the power line is coming from that way, then it's going to come to one of the edges. I thought that was it over there, but I don't think it is. So, and like something's right here. What is that? Man, basically just looking for a box. What the fuck is that? Oh, there's just a lot of block and brick too, man. I'm kind of thinking that that power line is going to be coming up right along in there somewhere where those power cables are. But I'm looking for a box on the framing, you know, like a junction box or something. And I don't see one nowhere on none of the framing. All right. And if I'm them, I'm just running the powers right to the corner right there, right? They didn't run wiring inside here, you know, so. Yeah, if you come up in here with a brush cutter raising hell, man, there's a mirror right there. There's a lot of shit that could sling shit, you know. So I don't know, man. I don't see a junction box nowhere. But I'm gonna be on the lookout. That wire's coming out of the ground somewhere along in here, because it's coming from that building right there. So I thought that those lines back there were it, but they're not. We're going to rename this site, y'all. It ain't gonna be the bamboo site no more. You got to get in here and get all this shit out of here, man. All these brick and block, man. I guess they'll go in the dumpster. I need to come around in here with the tooth bucket and kind of dig around a little bit and see if I can uncover where that's coming out at before I get crazy in here. Yeah. It might be better just to come in here with a grapple, man, and just pull these things up, man. You know? It's a pretty big bamboo right there, man. Coming here cutting it all, well then it just makes a huge mess, man. And I can't see stuff like all these blocks. I don't want to put my brush cutter down on these blocks. And a bunch of brick over here too. Yeah, man. Okay, let me get up back over here to Chucky. And so I get, so one thing about this area too is I need to be working that way from here over because of the low power line, at least until I get to the structure there. So I really just need to grapple on there or a tooth bucket or something and just start grabbing some of this stuff and getting some of this stuff out of the way. Right, that's what I need. So thick you can't even see through it. And see, there's big mounds of dirt too. So it's an area probably 65 feet or so by 100 feet, something like that. So, you know, I'm gonna put y'all on the other side where y'all can see, but y'all, I'm not even sure I'm gonna be able to get into this thick stuff, or I might just do the thick stuff first. All right, y'all, it's 4 o'clock. I spent about 4.5 hours over here. I got a pretty good bit done. You know, it's just like always, man, just a little bit each day. Really ain't got a whole lot to talk about, man. So y'all saw how I'm doing that area. See, there's so many block and brick and stuff on the ground. You go in there with a cutter, man, you're gonna damn break something, dude, or sling something or something. So, I mean, there's a lot of brick and block in there, a lot. So, 8-inch block, 6-inch block, brick, you know, it's